I'm going to show you how I made this Discada from an old rusty plow disc. You need an old plow disc, a piece of scrap metal to fill in the hole, something to build handles out of, something to grind it smooth, and a means to weld it with. I have this very old Wilson welder, and it is going to do my welding today. First, I cleaned off as much rust as I could with my angle grinder and flap disc. This took quite a while because these discs were stored outside in the elements. You could see the name brand stamped on it. You could tell that it was made in Canada. Alright guys, here it is. I've sanded it down. It looks like there's pits on there, but it's pretty smooth. I went ahead and put some oil on it to keep it from rusting overnight. I used a marking tool to mark where to cut on the piece of scrap metal, and then used a thin cutoff wheel on the angle grinder to cut it off. Then I used the bench grinder to fine-tune the size. When I was all done, it fit snugly into the hole. I did some quick tack welds to hold it in place. And then finished welding it in place the best I could. I used a metal rod to fill in the holes around the piece of scrap metal. And then welded the other side of the disc. I knocked the slag off the welds with a chipping hammer. Then I went ahead and used the angle grinder with a grinding wheel on it to smooth out the welds. I used 2 horseshoes welded on as the handles for the Discada. I cleaned the Discada really well with soap and water, and then placed it on my makeshift burner. I seasoned mine with beef tallow, but you could use any type of fat. Here's what it looks like so far. It's getting pretty black. It's not as smooth as I'd hope, but I'm just gonna go with it. Well, here it is, guys. Just letting it cool down. Check back later, see what I cook.